The following video has been approved by the Jetty marketing team. The video has been rated Jetty. The following video may not be suitable for all viewers. Good morning and g'day mate, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere with me, Jetty. Today's plan is our gravity matrix. Okay, now we're lucky. We already have half the gravity matrix done. We already have the gravitational lenses, which we've been using to make warpers, but we need to get quantum chips, which again, we're sort of lucky as we already have the processes done. We just need to get this whole branch done. So that is the plane filter, which requires the Casimir crystals and also requires the titanium glass, which is just glass, titanium, and a bit of water. And the crystals are titanium crystals, graphene, and hydrogen, which again, we have all of those. So this should be quick. All right. First we're going to do is we're going to do the titanium crystals. Now, because titanium crystals only go to two things, they either go towards the structural matrix or the Casimir crystals, I didn't put them on the bus. So we need to fix that and upgrade their production. So what we're going to do first is upgrade their production, obviously. You can go away. We'll just extend this out as far as we possibly can. And then what we're going to do, because it's not on the bus, is we're going to pop in one of them. And then I want an output belt. And we're just going to take the excess that Yellow Science hasn't needed and run it straight into there, set that filter to be those ones, and fill it full of little drones. Now, it is available internationally or intergalactically. I can't see us shipping it intergalactically, but it is available should we ever decide that we want it. And with that should be done. Power pole there, power pole there. What's that, like 1/8 of our project is now done. Cool. Alright, so that's that done. Next project is coming all the way up here, and we need to make the actual crystals themselves. Okay? So we need a production line, which, you know what, let's do things, let's. Okay, we need to have labs. Let's go grab some labs. I want 12 of them to build it to the same ratio as all the other ones. And we're going to put our labs... We're going to put our labs right there. That's 5. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I grabbed 12. Where's my 12th one? Come on, click on the right tower. Drag that to 1. Cool. Alright, so we're going to put our labs there. We're going to have them output logically to there, to there, to there. Output there, there. Power pole there. Input sorters that side. Set you guys to be gravity matrix. Copy, paste. Alright, and then one of the ingredients we already have, like I said, we already have the gravitational lenses, which we're going to take out after the warpers are finished being made, because warpers are pretty important. If you remember now, because we're sort of dependent on iron on not only other planets but other systems, if the warpers stop flowing, the iron stops flowing. If the iron stops flowing, I need iron to make gravitational lenses, to make warpers. So we're really dependent on the warpers as sort of critically important now. Okay, so that's one ingredient in. The second ingredient we still need to make, but for right moment we need to make those crystal things. So what we're going to do is, let's put it right beside this oil, which funnily enough is not hooked up. 1, 2, 3. I have a feeling half these belts are going the wrong direction. actually that whole line is. Alright, let's bring that line that way, and that line that way as well. Yes, okay, because we have put the organic crystals in the network, so we're going to put down a tower, and that's exactly how I'm going to get the crystals in, is via a tower. Alright, which means, you know what, we shall... Okay, if that's crystals in... That's crystals in. That one could be hydrogen in. Then that leaves graphene in and potentially crystals out. Yeah, crystals out. So we'll make you crystals out and we'll make you graphene in. Yeah, makes sense? Okay. Alright, so we're looking for hydrogen on that belt, and we're looking for graphene on that belt. Yeah, hydrogen, graphene. Cool. Alright, let's go find our hydrogen belt, which is over here somewhere. Run a belt there to there. Grab another bit of belts. Now, like I said, I'm not a fan of the bus method, but we built it. We're going to keep using it. But never again. The only advantage is, yes, this is... hooking up a new material like this becomes relatively easy. Hydrogen is that one, I assume? Yes. Okay, which means you need to go here. Okay, with that done and that done, and then this little bit done here, we should be good to go to pop you guys in. Have you do input, 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 output. Yes, and then using our two mods together, both the CopyInserters and the advanced build and deconstruct, we can just duplicate everything in a hurry. And helps if I set the recipe first. We want those things. Okay, copy, paste, 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 paste. Okay, which now means that it's literally a matter of setting a request, and wouldn't hurt if I threw some drones in at this end, and then we should start making these guys. Now, these guys require 12 hydrogen per second. So it was very, very critical that I put the hydrogen belt on the outside, because there is a chance I'm going to have to bring in hydrogen here and route it out and sideload this belt to top it back up. There's a very, very high chance we'll have to do that. You know, they do have a somewhat long crafting time at 4 seconds, but yeah, it's something that we definitely have to keep mind of. Where is that oil line? Can you just run your belt? Sure. Alright. Next thing we need... Now, whoop, go away. Now we have those done, is we need titanium glass. So titanium is glass, well, glass, titanium, and water. So again, a fairly easy construction. Can we get a belt there? There. Water's obviously going to come from the other end. 1, 2, 3. And we shall do the same with our output. there. That goes to there. Glass? Glass. Okay. We want a sorter there. Out, across, and in there. And the other one's titanium, which I do believe we've already dragged up to here. Okay. That line, that looks straight. Plug that in there, plug that in there. Yeah, that hydrogen line does not look as healthy as I would have liked. Okay. Which is funny, because we have lots of hydrogen. It's just, this is one of the problems with the bus. It's a throughput limit. Same as we had with our iron, where I had to sideload it a few times to get enough throughput through. We're now going to have the exact same problem with hydrogen. Yeah, this last one's not getting fed fast enough. Well, it is just. Okay, we need water pumps. So that means scroll out, go over here, and we want 4? 4 seems like a reasonable number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, pumps don't actually provide a lot of water. It's like, I can't remember what the per second rate is. You know what? If we give you some power, you'll tell us for just a fraction of a second until the belt backs up. 70 per minute. So it's like, what, 12 per second? So it's not as much as you would hope sometimes. Actually, I have a feeling sulfuric acid is way lower. Alright. So with that done and that done, we should now be able to dump down our assembly machine. Set your recipe to be... no. That one. Which again is, I think, a really slow recipe. Yeah, 5 seconds. This is not fast at all. Alright, so we want titanium and glass in. We want water in. We want titanium glass out. Drag. Power. There. And there. And there. Alright, another ingredient done. Okay, next one was the plain filters, which is a 12-second recipe. This one is amazingly slow. Alright, so what we're going to do for this one is I think we're going to double things up. So we're going to run that down there. We're going to grab some of that. I might need some more. We'll just reach around half the map over here to where we keep our foundations. Yep. See? With the magic of unlimited reach, everything becomes so much more simple. Alright, we want to bring that belt up and over and down and around and run that out there. Actually, do I want to do... no. You know what? We're going to keep you up high until you get to 1 tile less than that, obviously. And we're going to do the same with you. We're going to raise you up and you have to be 1 tile sooner and drop down. Cool. Alright, production. Assembler and assembler output belt shall be... hang on. After we get... so this is a plain filter. After that, we have to get a quantum CPU, which again has a really slow crafting time and requires processors. So we're going to have to go track down our processor build and plug that together. But yeah, I think this should work. So what we're going to do is we're going to set you to plain filter. There and there. We're going to have ground level plays. Output belt from there to there. And from there, is that right? No, I was off by a tile. That's fine. There to there. We're going to, again, magic of sorters. We want in, out, out. Drag and drop. And then the same on the other side, which should match up our sorters. line up. No. I think the build's got... No, we're still good. We're still good. Come on, I need those sorters done. Yeah, I gotta keep copying closer copies because the sorters become too long. Because the mod's doing a 1-for-1 copy, and as we know, as I go further and further up towards the poles, the distance between everything shrinks as the tiles actually get smaller. Okay, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and another autosave. Thank you. Can you have some crap from my inventory? Thank you. Alright, so that and that should give us plane filters, which is... I have no idea what these actually are. In real life, I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to run that belt down there. We're going to grab some more foundations and just throw that at the problem. Alright, so then we need our quantum CPUs, which are going to require processors, which I have no idea where these actually are on the bus. So we need to go for a bit of a hunt. I know they're up towards the top somewhere. And they're yellow. Nope, 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 nope. That one. You need to be at least that long. And then probably that long. And then even longer. You're in the middle of our wind farm now. Well, I got it almost lined up perfectly. Does that line up? Oh, it does. Alright. Icarus, walk to there, please. There. Yeah, I have a lot of upgrades, so building has become easier, but even then, like, putting in these giant belts. In Factorio, you'd stand at this end, you'd click, you'd run on the belt, and it'd be done in a matter of seconds. Dyson Sphere, not so much. Oh, it's becoming night. Can we do that? Thank you. Instant day mode. Oh, and I did see somebody in the comments ask, does using this mod screw up solar? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I have one solar panel somewhere on the planet. Otherwise, I demonstrate. But yeah, it doesn't. It has no effect on solar. It does make the solar panels a little bit confused. But you can't cheese the system and stand in front of the solar panels and suddenly make light or make power. It doesn't quite work like that. Okay, we want to do quantum chips, which is the only other thing needed for green science. It is. Okay. What we're going to do instead is we'll actually run the belt that way. And we'll run out of sorters. Again, reach across to a tower. I want the whole lot, please. Okay, so we want input, input, output. We want to copy, we want to paste, and we'll drag out the whole belt's worth because we can. Could almost. Nope, we can. They all fit. Alright, so with that, we should be able to put power here, power here, power here, and power there. Is this build going to run? No idea. Well, I can already see that the crystals, these crystals are actually out of hydrogen. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is I'm going to want to hook up hydrogen. And we're going to bring that belt in. Let's go with... We've got like 8. So let's go with 4, and then we'll side load. And then let's go with 4 again, and we'll side load again. And we're going to have local demand of hydrogen. Now, I do have lots of hydrogen off-world. But I also have lots of hydrogen here on planet that I really would prefer it if I didn't have here on planet. Because like those tanks are pretty much full. So what I want to do is, you're making graphene, that hydrogen comes here, it's forced into the bus. Oh, well, there's your problem. It's forced into the bus, and then from, if it can't fit in the bus, it then comes up here and gets fed into this main line, which does like 3 things. One, it goes into priority fed into graphene, and then if there's no room in graphene, it's going to come down here and get burnt off. Now, what I'd really like to do is I'd like to have a, before it gets burnt off situation, have it fed into a tower. Best way to do that. Actually, the best way to do that is probably the laziest way to do that, and it's technically not right, but it does fit my circumstances, is we cut a hole from there to there. I dump a tower literally right there. We run that belt in that side. We run that belt out that side. We set you to be hydrogen. Oh, helps if you put the filter on the other side. Yep. And you literally just became a storage tank. Yeah, a 5,000 strong storage tank. Okay, let's grab 40. I want 46 would be ideal. Woohoo, 46. Okay, throw those in there. Add a power pole because you're like literally right on a power plant, and yeah. So what's going to happen is hydrogen is going to come out of these storage tanks and it's going to go flowing into here. Now, once it gets here, it's literally like a buffer. The hydrogen is going to pass straight through. It will automatically pass straight through. So if there's no feed in, it's just going to keep feeding out. It'll go into the fractionators, which are backed up, I believe. Yes, very, very much so backed up. So it's going to go in the fractionators first, and then if it can't go in the fractionators, because they're backed up, it'll get, well, no matter what. Yeah, if it can't go in the fractionators, it'll then get burnt off. If that and that fails, then, well, it backs up all the way back to the tanks. But hopefully that should fix some of our problem. It turns out we actually have a giant refined oil problem, i.e. there is way too much of it and nowhere for it to go. Yeah, okay. Alright, so with all that done, let's go back to our little build and see if it's working. It should be. It should be. The belt is backed up, but we might notice that the plane filters belt's not doing great because there's just not enough of them. Oh, no, there's not enough of these crystals. There's not enough of a lot of things, okay? I don't expect any of these lines to run flat out, but it does mean that I should be able to take these quantum CPUs and run them, because this is the second ingredient we needed. Run that up and over that belt. Over that belt. I'm going to run it into here. I don't know if that's actually going to help. Oh, hang on, before you connect. Do you have any free slots? No. Because I do need to get them over to here for our Mark III assemblers. Assembly machine Mark III also needs these things, which are literally right there. We can just work out how to get them from there to there. That's not an issue. Okay. Alright, so we are going to run them into there. At least then they're accessible by the network. I want you to be slot number 3, please. And you're going to be run up to here. And whilst we're doing that, we'll set you to actually be quantum chips, which are going to pass in and then straight back out. So if there's anything spare in the tower, it can be requested, but generally it'll pass straight back out. Which is then going to require some power. And like so, we now have Gravity matrix. Come on. Come on. I want to see some gravity matrix. I want to see some gravity matrix. I want to be impressed. And there we go. Woohoo! We have green science. Yes, I forgot they take like 12 seconds to craft. Alright, so what do we want to do? We want to do upgrades. Upgrades are the first thing. I have had this option for a while, and I'll cover why I haven't done this one yet really quickly. Currently, our mech has a movement speed of 12 meters per second. Our robots also have a movement speed of 12 meters per second. I really want my bots to actually be faster than I am. And the good news is drone engine speed is an infinite research, so you can definitely make sure that the drones are faster than you are, which is an awesome thing. But yes, I've intentionally stopped at legs number 6. I've left 7. We'll get 7 and 8 after we've got some bot upgrades. So the first thing I want is the core upgrade, because once we have the core upgrade, it means we can do... that's 1600, that's 1600, that's 3000. So we're going to do 2 meters per second faster for the robots. Then we'll do... well, it means then we can do our legs. Then we'll do +1 to drone tasks. So currently we have drone tasks. Currently have a task count of 2. So it means when a drone takes off, it can put down 2 belts at once, or an assembly machine and a sorter, or whatever it happens to be. All depends on how many things you can queue up at once. Yes, having extra tasks definitely helps, definitely speeds them up. We'll throw in some inventory space. We'll throw in the electric circuit. Everything from there on is infinite science. We'll go for the universe exploration number 4, because that'll let us see the vein reserves and rare details in every single sun in our cluster. And as we have a lot of suns, that's definitely going to be handy. Top of that, the next most important researches I want, actually we might cancel that one because these are probably more important, is currently my drone, my logistics vessels. Okay, so they can carry 600 materials, 600 iron ore. Let's go with iron ore, because that's the one we're definitely getting from a different sun. So currently every single time they're going and getting iron ore, it's using 2 warpers, okay? 1 to get there, 1 to get back, we get 600 iron ore. If I do this research, we go from 600 up to 800, so that's like a 30%, 33%, 1/3. It's 1/3 increase, okay? So it means that we're gonna stretch our warpers a little bit further. Now we do have a lot of warpers, that's besides the point. I definitely want to minimize my warper cost. On top of that, this one will then take us from 800, so 800 iron ore per 2 warpers, up to 1,000. So it means currently we're getting 300 iron ore per warper. Once we finish this one, that's now 500 iron ore per warper. That's one hell of an increase. It is a lot of science packs. It's gonna take a moment. I realize that. That's perfectly fine. Not quite all the labs are running, and I don't even know if we'll ever get to a stage where they're all running. Probably not without me significantly upgrading parts of the base and parts of the build, which is the very next thing I want to do. Can we do lights, please? Thank you. What I want to do is, currently we have quantum chips there. I would like to, I know it's such a short distance, but this is the closest tower we have. I would like to bring in quantum chips. I'll set you to unlimited for right now, because I want as many as I can get my hands on. We want to go with item number 3, which I wish to drag this belt to here. Have it come up a notch around that energy exchanger. Can we... no, okay, fine. And then into there, and then down to ground level, because this super important thing here is going to start making our assembly machine Mark 3s. Now, assembly machine Mark 3s use production. So we go from using 270 kilowatts all the way up to 780 kilowatts. So a significant increase in power, like almost 3 times the amount of power. But they also have twice the crafting speed, which means certain things that are lackluster, like these ones, the plain lenses, and obviously by the lack of circuits we have on the belt, our circuit build which is held up by our microchip build. Yes, there we go. Yeah, this build's too slow to make that build go faster, to make that build go faster. Yeah, so there is definitely a number of things that I want to upgrade. So that's the first item we need for this assembler. The second item, which I want to get running basically as soon as possible, is this item. So this is our particle broadband, which we're going to run between the assemblers. Okay. Between the assemblers like that. And that's going to take the excess production that science doesn't use. Can I throw in an upgrade? Cool. Take the excess production that science doesn't use and convert them into assembler machine Mark IIIs. Now, obviously, I'm going to go with a stack. Yeah, I'm going to go with a stack of Mark IIs to then eventually have a stack of Mark IIIs. Do I have anything in my inventory? No. But I do have one of you available. So, what I want to make sure is I now have only 35. Where the hell did they go? Where the hell did they go? Sort. Okay, I want to have a stack of 50. I want to make sure... Ugh. Okay, I want to make sure I have a stack of 50. And the reason I want to make sure I have a stack of 50 is... Oh, that's already died. Yeah, it's not going to run fast enough. Alright, the reason I want to make sure I have a stack of 50 is I want to make sure I always have... Oh, I dumped a whole bunch in there. Okay, I want to make sure I always keep 50 in my inventory. I've got 42 already. I'm boo-booing this entirely. 50. Now 51. Okay, you go away. I want to keep 50 for the last time because I want to be able to go through the base and I want to say, what was it that was causing a shortage? How many of these do I have? 13. So I want to come in over here. I want to hit the upgrade button and I want to double click, double click, double click. We'll go into God mode. Yeah, not over there. Over here, please. And there's no way to hold down shift and... Let's see, I'm out of items. There's no way to hold down shift and chain upgrade. Even though it says hold shift to chain upgrade, it doesn't actually work. But I want to make sure I have 50 on me so I make sure I don't accidentally... upgrade things to a tier 2 because you can see the color difference between a tier 2 and a tier 3 is not that much. Yeah, so I definitely have to make sure that we do our absolute best to make sure we keep 50 in our inventory, i.e. one stack. If I end up having 49, that means I've accidentally upgraded a machine to the wrong tier. 48, yep. I've upgraded a machine to the wrong tier, and I've forgotten about it, and I definitely need to go back and find out where that machine is. So, upgrade again, that one, and that one. Alright, yeah, keep 50 in my inventory at all times. Anyway, with all that said, this is where I'm actually going to leave this episode, okay? We've got green science up and running. We have a whole tech tree to do. I also need like 10,000 of these guys, give or take, roughly. Actually, it looks like the particle broadband is the thing that's slowing us down currently. So I'm probably going to spend my next half a dozen assembly machines right here doing, well, these. To make them faster, to get more assemblers to, you know, rinse and repeat. But yes, I think I'm going to spend a bit of time between episodes letting some of the research tick over. At the same time, upgrade everything. Because... as long as we keep power sorted, which, don't forget, like, they're all ready to go. That's full. That's full. Our hydrogen, we've drained 2 tanks, which means we're actually burning through hydrogen faster than we're... Oh, no, actually 2 tanks would fill this one and that one. Maybe we're not burning through it yet. But I promise you, as we apply more upgrades, we're going to start burning through it. Yeah, that's held up by processors, which just got a half an upgrade. as it gets more upgrades, as more things happen. Yeah, so, like I said, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Next episode, we should definitely come back to all the machines upgraded. And then, maybe, actually, probably next episode, we're going to have a bunch more base tweaking we need to do just to bring our production levels up to the levels I want. And then in a a future episode that's coming soon, we're going to be looking for a new home system, because although this system has provided us well and it has done well, it's definitely time to set up our brand new home system, because if we zoom out, we can see we have a certain amount of intergalactic traffic between what we're requesting directly from that planet plus what we have in the way of coming to and from our smelter planet, along with stuff coming to and from the gas giant. Like, there's crap moving everywhere, but I'd really like to scale this up. This is just with one pause system with a second support system doing iron, this one out here. We want to definitely scale things up a little bit larger. So, with all that said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. As always, by all means, click the like button. It definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm. At the same time, if you're new here and you're still watching like episode 11, you're well and truly into a series, you should definitely click the subscribe button by now. I would very much appreciate it. YouTube algorithm would appreciate it. And more importantly, you'll get notified of the very next video coming out. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye.